Welcome to Nations Unfolded. Today, we're diving into the fascinating history of Russia's story spanning centuries of change, resilience, and global influence. From the earliest days of Kievan Rus and the rule of powerful Tsars, to the rise of the Soviet Union and the modern Russian Federation, Russia's history is filled with epic moments, cultural achievements, and political transformations. Join us as we explore how this vast country became a major player on the world stage and uncover the secrets behind its incredible journey. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our journey through history. Chapter 1: Early Beginnings. The birth of Kievan Rus. The origins of Russian civilization can be traced back to Kievan Rus, a federation of Slavic and Viking tribes founded in the 9th century. The city of Kiev, in present-day Ukraine, became the central hub, unifying tribes under a singular authority. This period was marked by the adoption of Orthodox Christianity in 988 by Prince Vladimir, which left a lasting influence on Russian culture, language, and identity. Chapter 2: The Mongol Invasion and the Rise of Moscow. In the 13th century, the Mongols swept through, leading to the Mongol yoke era, where Russian territories were dominated for over 200 years. However, the small principality of Moscow gained influence by cooperating with Mongol rulers and later successfully leading a movement to free the Russian lands. By the late 15th century, Ivan III, Ivan the Great, declared Moscow independent, beginning a period of centralized rule. Chapter 3: The Tsardom of Russia. Ivan the Terrible and the Romanovs. In 1547, Ivan IV, Ivan the Terrible, crowned himself the first Tsar of all Rus, solidifying autocratic rule. Ivan expanded Russia's borders, creating a larger, more unified state, but also caused internal strife. After a period of chaos, known as the Time of Troubles, the Romanov dynasty came to power in 1613, ushering in stability and extending Russia's reach across Siberia. Chapter 4: The Russian Empire and Westernization under Peter the Great and Catherine the Great. In the 18th century, Peter the Great sought to modernize Russia, adopting Western technologies and establishing St. Petersburg as a window to Europe. Catherine the Great continued these reforms, promoting education, expanding territory, and enhancing Russia's European influence. This era saw Russia's population grow and its influence expand across Eastern Europe, Siberia, and Alaska. Chapter 5: Revolutionary Unrest. The 1917 Revolution and the rise of the Soviet Union. The 19th century was marked by peasant unrest, industrialization, and political dissent. In 1917, the Bolshevik Revolution, led by Vladimir Lenin, dismantled the monarchy, leading to the formation of the Soviet Union in 1922. The Soviet era saw drastic reforms, with Lenin and later Stalin pushing for rapid industrialization and collectivization, which caused hardship but transformed Russia into a global power. Chapter 6: Soviet Superpower and Cold Tensions. 1945-1991. After World War II, the Soviet Union emerged as a superpower, with Moscow at the heart of a vast sphere of influence across Eastern Europe. The ensuing Cold War with the United States fostered technological achievements like the space race and nuclear arms race, and also saw political conflicts around the world. By the 1980s, internal economic problems led Mikhail Gorbachev to implement reforms, but by 1991, the Soviet Union had dissolved. Chapter 7: The Russian Federation. Modern Russia's rebirth. Following the collapse of the Soviet Union, Russia faced economic hardship, political turmoil, and identity crisis. Under President Vladimir Putin, Russia has worked to re-establish its influence domestically and globally. Its population today stands at around 143 million, making it the world's largest country by area and a key player in global politics. Current status, economy, culture, and influence. Modern Russia is known for its vast natural resources, especially oil and gas, strong military presence and strategic influence in areas like Eastern Europe, the Middle East, and Asia. The country is rich in cultural heritage, with a deep history of literature, art, ballet, and classical music. Although it faces challenges such as economic sanctions and complex international relations, Russia continues to shape the global landscape. Population today versus historical estimates. Since its early days in Kievan Rus, Russia's population has grown significantly. Estimates in the 9th century were much lower, with only hundreds of thousands across what would become Russian territory. Now, the population stands at approximately 143 million, making it a major player in global affairs. Chapter 8. The Modern Era. Vladimir Putin and Russia's global influence. In 2000, Vladimir Putin rose to power, becoming Russia's president and later prime minister, before returning to the presidency in 2012. Known for his strong leadership style, Putin has focused on stabilizing Russia's economy, centralizing power, and re-establishing Russia as a prominent force on the global stage. His administration has seen significant changes, including the expansion of Russia's military, the annexation of Crimea in 2014, and increased involvement in international conflicts, particularly in Syria and Ukraine. Russia's influence on global politics under Putin. Russia has emphasized its role as a counterbalance to Western power, particularly the United States and NATO. It has forged closer ties with countries like China and Iran, and has used its vast natural resources, including oil and gas, as leverage in economic and political negotiations. This strategy has granted Russia influence over Europe's energy supply, giving it a unique position in geopolitical affairs, internal dynamics, and global perception. Domestically, Putin's policies have been met with a mixture of support and criticism. While many Russians view him as a stabilizing force who restored national pride after the turbulent 1990s, others point to issues with political freedom, censorship, and human rights. Internationally, his administration is often seen as authoritarian, with Russia's political approach clashing with Western democratic values. Russia today, a complex legacy and global power. Currently, Russia's government under Putin holds a significant role in world politics, leveraging its military, economic resources, and cyber capabilities. It has become a focal point in major international conflicts and diplomatic strategies. Putin's leadership has shaped modern Russia's image as a formidable and complex power, leaving a legacy that will continue to influence global dynamics in the years to come. Conclusion. Russia's journey from Kievan Rus to a modern global powerhouse is a story of endurance, transformation, and a commitment to national identity. Today, as it continues to shape global politics, Russia's history and leadership at the center of discussions on power, influence, and resilience on the world stage. Subscribe our channel at Nations Unfolded.